Good evening. We hope you enjoyed the weekend because winter is back full force. I'm Laura Painter.
And I'm Chris Thomas. We do thank you for joining us here on the ABC10 app. We got to start with a weather impact alert tonight. Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods is standing by with a look at those winter storm conditions.
Oh, and it is a winter storm on full blast here as it started up late last night, early this morning, and the rain just kept coming. As you can see, the back edge of this trying to make its way through the valley, moving into the foothills and the Sierra, where that has been a big story throughout the day. Still looking at areas of snow with that snow level continuing to move its way down the hill. We are calling for snow levels eventually that are going to get to near 1,000, even in some pockets lower than that in elevation. So Pollock Pines, we're looking at a steady snow right now, as well as Arnold. And again, that's going to continue to move its way down the hill with our weather impact alert now through Thursday. Impacts being rain, snow, thunderstorms, the low snow. Need to prepare for extra travel time, and if you can, postpone, delay, anything you can do to stay off the mountain. Our precipitation so far, 1.5 inches through much of the valley to even slightly over 1.5 inches in some places. Nevada County, it is poor visibility, as well as El Dorado, Sutter County. It just looks very wet out there. Bear Valley, we're almost to that sunset hour. Things are starting to get a little bit dark and quiet up there in the high country as far as the activity, but our winter storm warning until 10 p.m. on Thursday, 1 to 8 feet of snow possible. And our wind advisory continues through 10 p.m. as well on Thursday. Now, winds have backed off considerably from what we saw earlier today, but again, we're looking at the quieter edge of this storm moving through. Another wave of wet weather moves through tomorrow morning, and again for the evening commute, we're going to talk about how long this continues in the forecast coming up.
Sounds good, Monica. Thank you. You know what? Tonight, families who decided to try and brave the winter storm on I-80 are now dealing with the aftermath of driving down snow-covered roads.
Yeah, it's been really difficult up there. People were stuck parked on the side of the road, waiting for hours to reach their destinations.
ABC 10's Roxanne Elias is live at the Nyack exit off I-80. So, Roxanne, I know you've been there tracking conditions. It looks like that snow is coming down pretty good right about now, huh?
It is, Chris, and just to show you the accumulation of this snow and how much of it is falling, I'm about 5'2", just so that you can gauge, and this snow on this car, it just towers over me. Looks like several feet of snow have already fallen and stuck to the ground, and throughout the day, we've really just witnessed it all, from held traffic to spinouts to even some cars that were here in this parking lot that were towed away. And Caltrans says that's exactly what they were expecting out of this storm, including several feet of snow and everything that comes along with it. Around 9 Monday morning, drivers trying to go up I-80 were met with one of the first stops where traffic was being held at the Colfax exit, interfering with plans families had made long in advance.
We were trying to meet up with friends. We had ski week, no school the next week, so just taking my daughter up to the snow, have some fun with her friends.
Carlos Cunha drove from the Bay Area with his daughter. And despite being aware of these types of storms, the father says it can still become a headache.
Oh, it's really frustrating, especially not knowing what to do, because when we got here, Google redirected us to the 20, and the highway website said the 20 was open, so when we got there, it was closed. So then we had to turn back, drive all the way here, and then find out it's closed again.
Caltrans says that was its main concern on Monday because of the big holiday travel. The heavier snowfall completely covering I-80 near Blue Canyon exit.
We're in mid-February, so I don't think a lot of people are expecting this kind of storm this late in the season, so they're not prepared for it. If you step out the door without knowing what you're getting into, then you're going to be, facing something you didn't expect.
Caltrans advises people not to drive if possible. The snow leading to cars being towed and drivers stuck in their cars for hours. Still, a few people thought they tried to get ahead of it.
We thought we'd be smart and beat the storm. We thought if we left at 5:30, we'd be up here before the snow really came down in the traffic, but that hasn't seemed to work out for us.
Drivers say the silver lining is they're spending time with their families and making the best of an adventure they'll always remember.
It's a little nerve-wracking, especially if you're not used to driving in the snow like this. And I mean, we got 4 or 5 hours up and they turned us around twice almost. This time we've been stopped for about 45 minutes and they finally just reopened the road, so we're gonna make another crack at it.
Caltrans says it may be better to travel later on this week, depending on what Mother Nature does out here, because of course, at the end of the day, she's the one who makes the decisions. But by that time, they're hoping to have a better grasp of just everything on the road and having them more cleaned up so that people can drive a little bit easier. I'm live in Nyack. Roxanne Elias, ABC 10.
Yeah, that is good to know, Roxanne. Safety really is the name of the game here. This is not the time to be taking any chances. Roxanne, thank you.
Meanwhile, listen to this. A shooting in Rhode Island today left 2 people dead and 3 others hurt. It happened this afternoon at a game being played at a hockey arena in Pawtucket. Police say the shooting appeared to be related to a family dispute. One of the victims who died was sadly a young girl. Authorities say the gunman is also dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It's not known yet what the relationship between the suspect and the victim was. Spokespeople from 3 schools with students on the 2 teams said their students were safe.
The partial government shutdown is entering its 3rd day with no deal in sight.
Yeah, people traveling over the President's Day holiday could be among the millions impacted. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the details.
Democrats are refusing to fund the Department of Homeland Security until Republicans agree on reforms to immigration enforcement tactics. That means 90% of Homeland Security workers, including personnel at the TSA, Secret Service, Coast Guard, and FEMA, are working without a paycheck. A major impact on this busy travel week could be at the nation's airports. During previous government shutdowns, many TSA workers called out sick, leading to long security lines and delays. Here's what Democrats are demanding to end the standoff. They want to require judicial warrants for immigration arrest on private property, ban ICE agents from wearing masks, and require agents wear body cameras and ID numbers on their uniforms.
We need masks off, we need cameras on, and we need every ICE officer to be identified. ICE is rogue, out of control.
But Trump administration officials insist they won't let the shutdown stop their agenda.
I don't like the masks either. These men and women have to protect themselves.
Despite the ICE drawdown in Minnesota after the fatal shootings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, officials say a small security force will stay in Minnesota.
We already removed well over 1,000 people. Monday, Tuesday, we'll remove several hundred more.
The partial government shutdown comes ahead of a high-stakes week for the Trump administration. U.S. and Iranian officials head to Switzerland tomorrow for a new round of nuclear talks as the U.S. builds up forces in the region. And on Thursday, President Trump's newly created Board of Peace is expected to meet in Washington. Trump says members will discuss $5 billion in commitments to help rebuild Gaza. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
And back to the Homeland Security shutdown. The Senate is technically on recess until next week, so unless one side gives in, those airport security lines could get a lot longer as the days go on.
Oscar-winning actor Robert Duvall has died. He was 95 years old. According to a statement from his agent, Duvall died peacefully at his home in Virginia yesterday. Duvall had an acclaimed screen career that spanned 6 decades. He was best known for The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and many other tough guy roles. His family says anyone who wishes to honor his memory is encouraged to do so in a way that reflects the life he lived, by watching a great film, telling a good story with friends, or taking a drive in the countryside to appreciate the world's beauty.
Well, coming up, the race to succeed Governor Gavin Newsom is heating up and the field is crowded. Could a split vote change who makes the runoff? We break it down next.
Plus, she's been behind the scenes for nearly 50 years. Now she's going viral. We meet the curator at an art gallery using Gen Z slang to bring ancient artifacts to life.
Well, Monica said it would, and it did. Rain, snow, all of the above has arrived.
I know. I don't know what hasn't been here, too, because the wind has started to pick up as well. Winter is back. Full force, here we go.
And it is going to get really cold, too. I mean, the snow levels, when we show you how low they're going to go, really kind of double down on what's going on right now. As far as the back edge of this one line that's been with us pretty much from sun up to sundown, it's finally starting to press its way eastward here. As it does so, it's really going to intensify some of the rainfall and snowfall that we're seeing in the foothills and the Sierra. Now, keep in mind, we still have the chance of thunderstorms tomorrow with more localized flooding just due to some heavy downpours at times and some storm drains getting clogged. Snow, as I mentioned, going to be low. Coldest storm of the season, snow level down to 1,000 feet. And in some pockets, even lower than that. For the wind, it's going to be gusty through Thursday. So we'll look at today's highs. We were in the 50s, 40s for the foothills and 30s for the Sierra, but those temperatures haven't really done much throughout the day. We've been largely in the 40s all day long with hit or miss showers taking us through tonight. Snow continues to fall in the Tahoe Basin. Right now, we're at 30 degrees. This is not only a long duration storm cycle, but it's also going to be one that spans nearly the entire West Coast from Washington all the way into Southern California. Cold pocket of air yet to move through. As that does, it's going to give us instability with the chance of thunderstorms and also lowering snow level. So that weather timeline has our weather impact alert through Thursday as the rain and snow will start to wrap up on Thursday. We'll be following that closely when we finally get some drier weather. Wind advisory in play through 10 p.m. on Thursday. And once that cold air comes through again, that's going to drop that snow level down to about 1,000 feet on Wednesday. That puts it solidly in the foothills with accumulation as well. Our winter storm warning continues through 10 p.m. Thursday with 1 to 8 feet of snow piling up for the Sierra, with our winter storm severity index having it in the extreme range through the Tahoe Basin and all the way along the Sierra spine. Our total snowfall anywhere from about 50 to 75 inches of additional snow coming through and about another 1.5 inches of rain hitting us by the time we come in to our Thursday evening forecast. So we'll look at the timeline. Again, we pick up with another band of solid precipitation into Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday, it's a little bit more spotty. It's not going to be as widespread for the valley. I can't say that, though, for the Sierra, which is going to continue to see pretty much solid snow until we get into our Thursday evening forecast with that low snow line coming down the hill early Thursday morning. When we start to dry out, we await this next weather system coming in potentially by the end of the weekend. In the meantime, a cold one for our Tuesday. Highs in the 20s for the Sierra, 30s and 40s down the hill. We've got highs in the 50s across the coast. As we head inland, we're looking at highs in the 40s to near 50. With our 5-day forecast throughout the region, we've got snow through Thursday in the high country with highs only in the 20s, a mix of rain and snow for the foothills and rain for the coast. So our extended forecast, we've got our weather impact alert through Thursday. We see some drying by the end of the work week and the beginning of the weekend. We'll watch that next, it looks like storm cycle coming in by the end of the weekend.
Well, settle in, buckle up. This is going to be our friend for the next few days and then beyond that,
and then
too.
beyond.
So, wow.
Okay, Monica, thank you. Well, tonight, the race to succeed Governor Gavin Newsom is heating up ahead of a critical gathering of high-profile Democrats this weekend.
ABC10 State Matters political reporter Jenny Hub has the latest on where the race stands right now.
Nobody really that has broken from the pack.
Different candidates who have popped up and been flavor of the month.
The race to succeed Governor Gavin Newsom remains a crowded 24 candidate field. These 9 Democrats at the top of the list, with San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan being the newest to the pool. Riverside Sheriff Chad Bianco and former Fox News host Steve Hilton, the leading Republicans.
It's happened before where you have a lot of candidates from one party splitting the vote, and you have the minor party actually making it into the runoff.
Democratic data analyst Paul Mitchell believes the vote could be split so much it'll make room for a Republican or Republicans to advance to the November general election under California's top 2 system. Mitchell did the math via thousands of hypothetical situations on his online simulator.
10% of those scenarios end up Republican versus Republican. the vast majority, like 80% of those scenarios, end up being a traditional Democrat versus Republican.
In November, if it's a Democrat versus Hilton or Bianco, Democratic and Republican strategists say,
if that happens, the Republican probably has zero chance of winning.
Both running kind of far to the right. And I think that in California, what that means is, another 20 to 30 point loss for Republicans in November.
Tim Rosales is representing Republican gubernatorial candidate John Slavitt. If the Democratic vote is overly split, boxing out Democrats, and Bianco and Hilton face off in the runoff.
In November, in a very blue state, to not even have a Democrat make it on the ballot would be kind of shocking.
Mitchell warns there could even be down-ballot implications. If Democratic voters don't see a Democratic gubernatorial candidate at the top of the ticket, they may not vote. All this ahead of the California Democratic Party state convention this weekend, which is an opportunity for the party to consolidate behind a candidate.
The bar is too high to get that endorsement with the crowded field, so the party probably won't weigh in.
And on the GOP side, Hilton and Bianco are no longer playing nice with each other, a shift showcasing the move towards intra-party consolidation.
Those are Jenny Hubb reporting. Analysts say money will also be the name of the game. So far, billionaire Democrat Tom Steyer has spent the most, more than $27 million, according to campaign finance filings.
Next at 5:30, a longtime worker at the National Gallery of Art is breaking down centuries-old artifacts using Gen Z slang. Welcome back. Tonight, we're meeting a senior who's using slang to bridge the generational divide between boomers and zoomers.
She's being embraced by both and every generation in between. Here's ABC's Danny New with the details.
Chat, peep this bus and clay dish from the 16th century.
When it comes to teaching about artifacts, Allison Lux may have just become Gen Z's Rosetta Stone.
I've always been pretty much a behind the scenes person and been quite happy that way. So this is just amazing.
Allison has been working at the National Gallery of Art in D.C. for almost 50 years.
Chat, I'm about to bust it down Roman Empire style.
And over the past few months, she has become famous to millions online for educating about relics with lingo from the museum's youngest staffers.
It was a lot of fun. I've always loved learning languages. This goated red-purple stone, called porphyry, was yoinked out of a mountain.
After being inspired by a few other museums' attempts to use modern phrases, museum social media manager Sydney Myers says these scripts received all of their vocab words from productive team meetings with
a bunch of Gen Zers and millennials all just shouting out different words at each other.
And all along, Sydney only had one person in mind for the job.
Allison's kind of a legend here at the National Gallery, even before her fame. She just kind of has a otherworldly cool presence.
Would you bring this dish to the function, or is it chopped?
Now, Allison has become a legend online, too, with one commenter writing, "I'm coming to the museum just to meet her."
Have you read some of the comments?
I have, and they're wonderful. They're so touching. He ate, and that glow still slaps 500 years later.
And if you were wondering, yes, Allison has actually started using these phrases in her daily life, too.
My absolute favorite is the glow still slaps after 500 years. That should be a motto for our collection, at least the collections I work with.
Now, there have only been 2 Allison videos so far, but the museum tells me there was a new one coming this week. It's all part of this campaign as they spread the word about submissions needed for a special 250th U.S. birthday celebration. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
You know, I like that one with the glow still slaps, but I also like the I'm about to bust it down for you, too.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to leave it to her. She is a walking dictionary for that. So natural. I'm learning.
It's amazing. She's only done 2 videos and gotten this type of traction already, huh?
I sense more are on the way. You go, girl. All right, still to come, the National Zoo's newest baby elephant now has a name. So cute, thanks to a public vote. Coming up, learn when we can expect to see her make her first public debut. Coming up, new tonight on the news at 6. Finding a new job can feel like a job itself. Now, AI may be slowing things down. A new survey shows companies are hiring, but taking longer to fill positions, partly because AI-generated resumes all look the same. Tonight at 6, what hiring managers say you can do to stand out.
But first, an adorable baby elephant was born this month at the Smithsonian National Zoo, and now she has a name. After an online public vote, the name chosen for the Asian elephant calf is Linh Mai. It means spirit blossom in Vietnamese. The zoo says Linh Mai will make her public debut in the spring. Until she does, she's behind the scenes, exploring her habitat and bonding with her mom and, of course, the rest of the herd. But look at her, a baby calf and already almost as big as her humans there, huh?
I know. I just want to absorb this scene a little bit longer. How cute.
I know.
She's going to grow really fast. I can tell you that. Look at those feet. Oh, my goodness. Very cute.
Linh Mai, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, everyone. Don't forget you can watch us anytime, any day on your schedule right here on the free ABC10 app. Have a great evening and please be safe out there.